Okay, today we have my own custom knife design. This is the Mongoose, ground by myself. This particular one was heat treated by Brian Davis, and it is featuring, this is one of my own custom designs. This one is specifically designed as a paring knife and as an EDC knife. And this one is in ABL at 62 HRC. Now, let me show you its features. Okay. So that way. And you'll see how thin that is. Okay. You got the tiniest bit of flex up there at the tip. But the rest of it, if you look, actually keep that flat on. See the rest of it, just back from that, has fairly little flex, especially in this section. Okay. And this one. Alright, show you a fun thing. So this is how thin it is. I can take my thumbs like this. Let's see if we can get that lighting right. There we go. Gotta get that lighting right so you can see the bulge. Because this one is thin, right? So, this one is completely dull. See, all the way back, just like that. Okay. Now to demonstrate it as an actual ED or an actual paring knife, because most of the stuff that you're doing with the paring knife is not on the board, but rather in your hands, or if it is on the board, you're actually only really using this front section right there. And because of that, we can be able to do stuff like this that allows us to better optimize this design for the cuts it's actually doing, which a lot of the time is draw cuts. So let me show you its features and how well this cuts. Well, completely dull. Okay. Do you want to see? Okay. Dun-dun-dun. Oh, and for reference, this is just a Granny Smith apple. Because, you know, why not? Okay. So, one of our biggest things, since it is a paring knife, we got to be able to, I want to make it so that we can actually be able to pair with it and be able to peel stuff, right? Let's see if we can show you. Because of that inward curve, it engages material extremely nicely. See? And just like that. Have it completely peeled. Take that spray fast. Not as fast as it could be. Still decent. But the fact is, this is doing it completely dull. I want to emphasize that. And because of this inward curve, when you're doing this, it more naturally wants to keep your material engaged, which is one of the big reasons why I like the show and cutter design. And this features what I am calling the Shanto blade profile, or I should say cutting edge profile, because it's not necessarily distinctly a blade profile, but it is a cutting edge profile, which features a inward angling and a flat section at the back, preferably halfway of the cutting edge, and then have last half of it, or just a little bit less, be this curved portion at the front. Anyway, but on to showing other, or normal cutting. Whoa! I don't know how well it's showing yet. Those ones. There's some nice translucent ones in there. That's fine. But for doing draw cuts, and again, when we're doing paring knife, so this one, the handle follows the curve of the hand. So like when we're in the pinch grip, and especially like when we're in this. Let's do it that way. You can see this allows us for more efficient pull cuts, where it's allowing our hands to be able to stay more neutral when we're doing this, right? So that when we're doing our pull cuts, just like on this, it gets as close to effortless as possible. And on this one, I've included the tanta point because what it does is it acts as a second initiation point for cuts. And on stuff like tomatoes, that makes a bigger difference, especially as the knife starts to dull some. Because, and you probably found this as well, is that as your knife starts to dull, sometimes you have to end up using the tip of your knife in order to get the tip to engage. And like, you try to keep your knife sharp, but sometimes you just need to get through prep really fast. And this is one of the small little details that allows it to be able to cut more efficiently and just simply cut better and feel better in the cuts. So, and then in hand.
Whoa! I ate apple. Whoa! I ate apple. Whoa! Whoa!
I don't know. When I do videos like that, it is hard to convey just how nice it is. Like, with this paperweight of a knife. Okay, let's try this on. So like, we're gonna hold on this back portion. And that point right there. This one isn't as distinct as on some of my other ones. It helps a little bit. Oh, and the other big one is doing segments. It's like on this. So, got our knife like this. Or you can do it like that. Yeah, yeah. This would be just a touch easier if this was actually sharp. Anyway, just a quick demonstration of it. You can still do stuff like this too. Oh, come on. There you go. Yeah, it's definitely struggling a little bit more because it's dull. But having it cut like this while dull, it's not a replacement for it being sharp, but what it does do is that as it dulls, any sharpness, any actual shape, apex sharpness on there gets utilized way better because there's just simply a lot less material that has to enter and go through the food. So anyway, this is just a few of my thoughts on why this one is specifically designed this way. I may change it ever so slightly in the future. This one still needs a handle, but with what the results that I've gotten so far, I think it has a lot of potential. I'd be very interested in getting your thoughts. Thanks.